Well, good morning.
Good morning. Welcome to the Ultimate Buffet Podcast.
My name is Chris.
My name is Sean.
I was going to say, good morning, Vietnam.
Oh my gosh, classic movie.
It's truly morning.
It is.
Morning, family's still sleeping.
It is.
You
just woke up.
Yeah, drinking some coffee.
Drinking some coffee. I'm going to bed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is that that's the Costco?
That's the Costco.
That's the
can.
Costco.
I like it. I like it a lot.
What would you compare it to? If any, or is it just kind of on its own?
I would say it's on its own.
Okay. Good flavor.
Good flavor. I don't think it's as good as Stoke, to be honest.
Oh man.
I think Stoke is still the best when it comes to cold brew.
Yeah, you got my wife hooked on that.
Yeah, Stoke is legit. The Buzz espresso blend that I was getting is just way too strong.
What is that? Is that its own brand?
Yeah,
Buzz?
so its own brand. So Costco had it for a little bit. I just think, it's an espresso blend, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's just too potent.
Okay.
I shouldn't say potent. It actually wasn't that potent. Like, I could drink it no problem. But it was really bitter. This has a little bit of bitterness to it still.
Okay.
So it's not as smooth as Stoke.
Got it.
So that's why I say it's kind of an in between.
That Stoke coffee, it has, and I know there's no cream or anything in it, but it's got like a silky texture.
I don't know how they brew it, but
it is unbelievable. It's definitely something different for sure.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, well, good for you.
Yeah. So I think
Sam's Club's coffee is better. What? What are?
I have my headphones on. I didn't hear what you said.
Okay, it's all right. No big deal. Chris loves Sam's Club.
No.
Chris loves Sam's Club.
No Sam's Club. All Costco. We were going to go into another episode that we kind of were setting up last episode, but I think we're going to do a little detour.
We are, because I got something on my chest.
Yeah.
I need to get it off.
Yeah, I think it's a good detour as well. So
this is a good one.
Yeah.
And I think it's appropriate for the time of the year.
Yeah.
Summer.
Yep.
So I'll throw the topic out there. Parenting. There is no right answer.
There's not?
I don't think so.
Oh.
I think that could be up for debate, but I think my answer may be different.
I agree with you.
Than yours.
There's no right answer.
There's no right answer. I think your own answer is what it is.
I think you are 100% correct. I think there's some similarities that you need to keep in line with kids as a whole. But every kid is different, right? And I think, you lived in a household that was a little bit stricter, right?
Yeah.
It didn't work out.
No, it didn't at all.
We've also seen examples. Sorry, I just threw you under the bus right there. Like, here it comes.
No,
but we've talked about that.
I was the problem child.
Yeah. And then you also see, or these parents are trying to be the kid's best friend. And it's
Correct.
Like, no, you're a parent.
Yep.
So I think there's some similarities. I think structure is one, just as an example of that. Kids need structure, right?
Yeah.
But every kid is different. So you have to tailor, like some kids, you can yell at them. And they don't really care.
Mm-hmm.
Some kids don't. Like when I was younger, you couldn't yell at me.
Yep.
When I got older and I did something wrong, it's like, you fucked up.
Yep.
Get your shit together.
Yep.
And it's like, okay, game on, done.
Yeah.
So.
No, totally. And so where this stemmed from this past weekend was my oldest child's birthday.
God.
And I know.
I remember when he was born.
Christmas. We have pictures of you and him.
Uh-huh.
Oh my gosh.
I have so many on my phone holding him up like Simba.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's classic.
That's what I should have done as this intro song.
Oh, that would have been good.
That would have
been good.
Yeah.
So over the weekend, my wife took our son and his two friends that live down the street to the movies.
Okay.
Yesterday. And she when I woke up from my nap, because I had to work yesterday, when I woke up, she just couldn't wait to rant and rave about how well our child held it together.
Yeah.
And I said, what are you talking about? And she goes, well, let me tell you. So the 2 children that she took along with our son to the movies, it was...
Are they listeners?
No.
Okay.
No, they're not. No, even if they were, I think I'd be okay with this.
Well, and you'd tell them to their face,
yeah,
too.
Yeah, and I would. So the amount of curse words.
Really?
And we're not talking, the full F word or the full B word, but like, this frickin' sucks shouldn't come out of a 6-year-old's mouth, in my opinion.
I don't disagree with you.
My wife bought them all slushies. Oh, well, I'm done with my slushie. I need another one. Well, no, like you got your slushie, you got your popcorn. That's the treat.
Yeah.
Well, my mom would buy me another one. Okay, wow. Well, I'm not your mom. 1, 2. This was my treat to you guys. So there's your treat. You finished it. That's it. End of story.
Are these the kids that go to bed super late?
So that's another issue we're going to bring up.
Sorry.
No.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, spoiler alert. So there was another incident where there was a picture that was shown of my son and a bunch of his friends at the pool party.
Yeah.
And these kids were like, oh, that kid was in my class. He's super fat. Like what? Now you've got 6, 7, 8. Nope. No, we're talking FAT.
Yeah. Well, I'm fat, so I get it.
But the phrase of, oh, that kid's freaking fat. He sucks. I literally wanted to lose it.
Yeah.
On this 6-year-old. You don't talk like that.
Yeah.
It's not appropriate for you and I to say that about somebody. Have we? Do we? Yeah. There's times where I
do to myself all the time. But I mean pH fat.
Oh, there you go. Spicy. So I think there's a lack of communication between, and I would never tell another parent how to parent because I'm not perfect.
No.
No one is. I don't have all the right answers. But it just really irks me how my wife came home and was telling me all this, and it's like, where do these kids get off talking like that? And I think that kind of downward spirals into social media.
Yep.
And, you've got a certain group of children that, whether it be fat shamed or they're not pretty enough or they don't have nice clothes and they're being bullied. Bullying when you and I were a kid, I would tell you to your face.
Correct.
No, now it's telling someone else or it's posting it on a social media platform.
Yep.
And, we see it day in and day out that these kids are growing up with depression and, want to hurt themselves.
Yep.
Because of what they were told.
Did you see this last week? There was a girl, 10-year-old girl that went missing. Did you get that alert?
Was this local in California? Yes, I did.
In Placer County,
yeah.
So there was a 10-year-old girl that went missing. On social media, they found the girl, by the way. On social media, her friends were already saying that she killed herself. That's like, she's 10 years old. Are you kidding me?
Well, and so that brings up another point. How do these kids know what something like that is? It's because of social media.
It's because of social media, and they have access to everything, right? With no restrictions, and they are growing up faster than, which in some cases is good, right? Being able to access educational stuff, right? Yeah. Harder math questions, better books.
Yeah,
that's a positive, right?
Yeah, no, it is.
But there's a lot of bad stuff that is online, and there's a lot of stuff that is also not truthful, right?
Correct.
There's no police of the internet, right?
No.
we can go on this podcast right
Mhm.
now, which is posted online,
Yeah.
and say that aliens are real. They
Mhm.
live next door to me.
Yep.
And they are purple.
Yep.
And
And Chris wears a tin hat
And
after 9 p.m.
correct. And there's someone out there that would believe that.
Yeah.
So I think this kind of gets into one thing that, with the kids that you're talking about,
Yeah.
and kind of the spoiler alert, structure.
Structure.
Like, because you and I have talked about this before
Yeah.
with our own kids,
Yeah.
and we don't have all the answers, right?
No.
And we slightly vary on this one completely, but there's still structure, right?
Yeah.
The kids that you were talking about have zero structure.
Zero whatsoever.
I mean, what time do they go to bed?
So,
I've heard 11,
yeah.
midnight,
So
1.
right now it varies between midnight and 2 a.m.
Yeah.
For those of you who know me, I work graveyard. I'm not a night person. I don't want to be up at 2 a.m. There should never be a 6-year-old that's up. Whoa, you okay over there? It's that Kirkland coffee. It's getting you.
No, I'm still hurting from Friday a little bit.
So yeah, there's no structure, and so I'll dive into that real quick. At our household, when I'm home, the 2 younger girls go to bed between 7:15, 7:30, summertime 7:45.
Yep.
And then our older is currently staying up till 8:30, 8:45. I want the girls in bed by 7:30 and our son in bed. He's a little bit older. 8:30, 8:45. I know that my wife pushes it a little bit further just because it is summertime. I get it. But at the end of the day, it's actually comical. They know that they have to go to bed earlier than they usually do when I'm home.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, Dad's here. We got to go to bed. And I'm okay with that. They're okay with that. It's structure that we set in place.
Correct.
Years ago.
Well, and it's funny because we're about the same.
Mm-hmm.
We're slightly vary on time.
Yeah.
So, the youngest will go to bed probably between 7:30 and 8.
Mm-hmm.
And then the older ones are usually 8 to 8:30,
Mm-hmm.
right? And we also did that because my schedule was a little different, right?
Yep.
So giving me opportunity to actually see them during the day,
Yeah,
is why we originally did that. And but there's still that structure. I mean, we went to Reno
mm-hmm.
last weekend,
Mm-hmm.
or 2 weekends ago, I guess. Now
2 weekends.
I had peas on my undercarriage all weekend long. I forget. And the girls stayed up till
Way late.
They were up till like 10, I think.
Yeah, and
but that was a special occasion.
it was.
But even at that, they both were like, "We want to go to bed."
Mm-hmm.
They were the ones that were
ready.
telling us.
Yeah, they were ready.
So,
and when it comes to the going to bed at home, whether your times vary or not, there's still structure.
correct.
So my time frames are what they are. There's
Yep.
structure. Your time frames are what they are. There's structure. And I guess what I am worrisome about and where myself and my wife come into play is the continued conversation.
Yeah.
She really drilled into him yesterday, in a calm manner, but hey, we don't speak like that.
Correct.
We don't stay up till, and he even questioned it. He goes, why do they get to say things that I can't? And her answer was, those things are inappropriate.
Yep.
Number one. Number two, no 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13-year-old needs to be talking like that.
Correct.
And I think one of the biggest bullet points on here is communication.
Yeah.
And I think myself, you, other parents that you and I surround ourselves with, we have that open line of communication.
Correct. And it's funny because you have it, right? And it obviously makes sense,
Mm-hmm.
right? But not everyone does it.
No.
And it's just funny to me because right now it might not make a lot of sense, right?
Yeah.
Having that open line of communication. But when they turn 15, 16, 17, and really are entering into adult world, I think you set up the groundwork to have those talks, because those talks at 16, 17 years old are way different than at 5 or 6 years old, or 6 and 7 years old.
Oh my gosh, big time.
So I think that makes a big difference. But you have to set the groundwork. You can't just automatically go. Could you imagine if, back in the day, if your dad or my dad, you got to do whatever you wanted as a kid, and at 16 and 17 years old goes, hey, I'd like to sit down and talk to you.
Yeah.
We're going to have ground rules now and all that. And it's like, what?
Yeah, that doesn't work.
And that's why you see a lot of kids that get in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have that. They don't have the structure. They don't have the communication.
There's no foundation.
Correct. There's nothing there. You can't build a house without a foundation.
Correct.
Right? So they don't have that. And then they go and do whatever they want. And then they get in trouble.
Yep.
And now you don't have them at all.
Correct.
So that scares me more than anything.
Yeah, and I think the lack of communication. I see it day in and day out. I think the lack of communication between parent versus parent.
Yeah.
And parent and child.
Yeah.
I think the communication's got to be open between the parents as well as parent and children.
Yep. And you see, and I think, the parent and child, I think, is obviously the most important, but between parents is also really big as well. But you see now, compared to the past, divided homes more than anything, right? Mm-hmm. I think the divorce rate's like 50% now.
Yeah.
Something asinine.
Yeah.
And so now you have 2-parent homes.
Yep.
And hey, dad might let me do this, but mom doesn't let me do this. And it's like, if you can keep, even though they might not agree, if you can keep some structure between both of them, I think you're setting your kids up for success down the road.
Well, and then, when it comes to, one parent lets you do this and the other doesn't.
Yeah.
I think, having that open line of communication and setting the ground rules is going to make for a happy household or households.
Correct.
If it's split parents.
Correct.
But regardless of how much, and this is kind of something that is bothersome to me when it comes to parents that are split, is there tends to be not a good line of communication.
Yep.
And that just is going to trickle downhill.
Yep.
One of the bullet points I've got here is following directives, and the base or the foundation that you set in your kid needs to be the same with the other parent.
Correct.
Now, if the parents aren't communicating well, that's going to be on them, but they've got to realize that that's going to trickle down.
Correct. Because kids are sponges, right? They absorb what you do.
Yeah.
What did my daughter do the other day? She did something exactly like me, and I'm just like looking at her, and I'm like, it's like, you pay attention, even though you don't think they're paying attention, they're paying attention.
Mm-hmm.
She decided to do a vlog. She was walking around the house with my wife's phone, videotaping herself.
Oh my goodness.
Which then became an Instagram Live.
Yeah.
And it was just like, it's super funny because it's like, she knows that we do the podcast.
Yeah.
She's been in here. She's sat where you're sitting, and her and I've done a podcast together, right?
Yeah.
It's just super funny, like how they absorb all that.
So speaking of absorbing, going back to the curse words, if you may, that really kind of hit home. With me yesterday. I wouldn't say I have a trucker's mouth, but
we're not the best.
We're not the best. And to be honest with you, and someone had told me this before, hearing people curse all the time is what was the phrase that they said? You sound uneducated.
Yep.
And it's unattractive to put that out there.
I've heard that before.
And so that really, really hit home yesterday when she came home and she was telling me all this. And then for my son, because he doesn't know any different, asking, well, why can they say it and I can't?
Yeah.
But then, you've got dad that stubs his toe and it's like, mother effer.
Yeah.
There's no reason for it. There's not.
No.
And so I told myself last night when I was writing today's script up that that's going to be something that I really try to rein in.
Yeah.
Because it's you sound uneducated.
And it's funny because we have said it as those words are house words, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I've tried to have my daughter, I go, what word did I just say? And she goes, nope, I'm not going to say it.
Yep.
And it's kind of like that reverse psychology a little
Yeah.
bit. Like, hey, I said it, but can you say it? And she's like, nope.
Well, that was the same thing that I did with my oldest son with the firearm. I leave a unloaded firearm on the counter and kind of stand by and wait for him to see it.
Yep.
And then him be like, and he knows,
yep,
hey, you got to put that away.
Correct.
That can't be on the counter, Dad.
I did that. I've done that before. I've done that with a knife.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I have a lock on mine.
Yeah.
So I can lock it.
Yep.
So, and I'm close enough that I can see.
Yeah.
But it's like, oh, my knife fell out of my pocket.
Yep.
And it's sitting there. And she would come up to, Dad, you need to get that.
Yeah.
Yep. And I've done that with an unloaded firearm before.
Yep.
Because I want them to understand that they're in the house, but you do not touch those.
Correct.
Those are no things. And it's funny because you go back to the cursing and it's kind of the same thing. It's, hey, you can't say this.
Mm-hmm.
If you hear someone say that, you don't copy it and all that. But she has a book, and I think I've read it to you, Go the Fuck to Sleep.
Yes.
Oh my God, I love that book.
Yeah.
And it's funny because she likes it, but she just looks at me when I say the words.
Yeah.
And it's like, she knows that she can't say it.
Yeah.
Now, can this backfire? 100%.
Totally.
But hopefully time will tell with that one, unfortunately.
Well, but then, with that being said, yes, it could backfire, but you having that open line of communication with her.
Yep.
I mean, that you've done your part.
Correct.
Now she just needs to follow through with it.
Correct. And I think obviously the way it's going, it will, but she's 4, so we'll see.
Yeah.
When she turns 6 or 7, and I think it'll be different when she goes to a different school. I think that makes a big difference as well.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Let's touch on one more, because there's a couple that would take up an extra hour. Let's do the rules, discipline, consequences.
Okay.
So, bedtime.
Yep.
That's a rule. You got to go to bed.
Yep.
And back to the neighborhood kids staying up till 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and then they sleep till noon.
I think that's it's insane.
It's absolutely insane to me. And
that's coming from me, which comparably, like us to you,
yeah,
we sleep in way more than you do, right?
Yeah.
I like sleeping in,
Mm-hmm.
but sleeping in to me now is 8:30.
Yeah.
It's like I also don't want to feel rushed. I want to, 8:30 would be an amazing sleep in.
Yeah.
I don't want to feel rushed. I want to feel like I can wake up slowly, that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
I'm not one that says, hey, at 6 o'clock, I'm going to start doing stuff. It's like, I do that during the week.
Yeah.
But on the weekend, it's like, unless it's like super important, it's not happening.
Yeah.
But you're a little different because your son wakes up.
Yeah. He could go to bed at 9:30, but he's up at 6.
Correct.
He can go to bed at 8. He's up at 6.
Yeah.
So, my household just runs a little bit different. And that's not getting up early isn't a learned trait on them. No. It's just, that's what he started doing a few years ago, and it's rolled ever since.
And it hasn't stopped.
Hasn't stopped. Some days I wish it would. Other rules. So the cursing, I don't actually, I'd have to be corrected on this. I don't think, our kids have cursed, you know, and I don't think they have.
I'm trying to think. I think if anyone would push it would be your older.
Oh, for sure.
Just because he's older, right?
Yeah.
And they learn it's kids are always pushing no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's one thing that people need to understand is it doesn't matter who your kid is. It doesn't matter the open communication lines and all that. Kids are going to push no matter what. It's how do you respond? And that's, I think, the key thing. And I think, like, our oldest pushes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, can I have this candy? Like, the other night, she looked at me and she goes, Dad, have you brushed your teeth? And I go, no. She goes, either have I.
Yep.
And she goes, we can each have an Oreo and a glass of milk.
Yep.
And that's just pushing, right?
Yeah.
It's not being a bad push.
Yeah.
That's just kids are naturally
gonna push,
and they're naturally curious to see what they can do and what they cannot do.
Yeah.
So of course we had Oreos and milk, but she's done that before. Like, hey, can I have candy? It's like, no, it's bedtime. Like, get out of here.
Yeah.
And maybe she found me in a
vulnerable state.
Yeah, weak spot because she was cuddling with me. The baby was asleep, and we were watching a movie, and it was Saturday night. So it's like,
and you actually wanted.
Well, yeah, I bought Oreo milk. Come on. Well, that's why I'm fat. PH fat.
Well, and so when it comes to the discipline and consequences, you had mentioned, you didn't react well being yelled at.
Yeah.
And my son is the same way, super emotional.
Yep.
And now it's more of, okay, here's the consequence of you cursing. Here's the consequence of you taking a piece of candy after I told you no, whatever it may be.
Yep.
If you do so, you lose your video game for 2 days.
Yep.
You're in your room for the next hour with no video game. Whatever the punishment is, with him in particular, and I've kind of trickled it down to the middle child as well, but with him in particular, there's a warning. Hey, I'm not okay with that. Don't repeat that. Don't do that. Don't act that way.
Yep.
That's your warning. If you do, you're going to be in your room. You're not going to have that play date tomorrow.
Yeah.
There's setting the consequence up front.
Yep.
And he reacts
you do
better
X,
to
and this is what Y is going to happen.
Correct. And that's flip side. That goes for the positive as well.
Correct.
Hey, if you pick up, he's got his list of chores that he has to do.
Yep.
If your bed's made, the shoes in the garage are picked up, you helped your sister make her bed, then you can have that extra piece of candy. You can have that play date.
Correct.
So it goes, for the
both
positive
ways.
as well. But with him, like you had mentioned, not being yelled at, I think setting the expectation, positive or negative, up front, in my opinion, is the quote unquote right answer.
Yeah.
I actually, I've been meaning to tell you this over the last couple of weeks. At work, I've been trying to preach to the choir, per se.
Yeah.
And telling my coworkers that I think we need to have more conversations with these individuals rather than having a conversation at them.
Yeah. Yep.
I think certain kids may hear, or even adults, all they hear is negative.
Yep.
You did that wrong. You did this wrong. Don't do this. Don't do that. Instead, having that conversation and setting expectations, letting them know what the consequence is.
Yep.
I think, going back to the communication piece, I think we as parents, we as coworkers, I don't think we have enough conversations with children, with your spouse, with individuals at work.
Yep. Well, and I agree with you, especially, in the environment that we work in. I don't care where you work, you dealing with people no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you're some IT guru that sits in a room by yourself,
Yep.
the likelihood of you working with someone is very high, whether that's virtually now or in person, right?
Correct.
And I think having conversations with people, if you do that now, especially with kids, like, let me have a conversation with you.
Yeah.
It's going to set them up later in life to
Mhm.
do the same thing when they have kids
Correct.
or when they have coworkers, that kind of stuff. But it's so true. I think, a lot of, there's some kids that all they hear is negative,
Mhm.
right? No, don't do that. No, don't do this. And it's always no. And it's always negative, negative, negative. Where's the positive? Right. And I have found success as well saying, like, hey, you went to school. Great job. You went to school today.
Mhm.
You're doing a great job. Hey, we need to pick up this area. Hey, great job. You picked up this area. And you continue to do that because it's an uphill battle no matter what. Right. But the more you do it, and then when something happens, the response is so much better.
You're totally right. You bring up a really good point. We'll kind of end on this because you have to get going and I have to get to bed.
Yes.
There is a mutual coworker that you and I have had.
Yep.
That in a past life worked at a different facility.
Yep.
And every staff member, before having a area of opportunity conversation, a negative conversation, a conversation that needs to be had for future, whether it be positive or negative interactions, had to give 3 positive affirmations before that negative came out.
Yep.
So, so with my oldest, he didn't pick up all the shoes in the garage that go by the shoe rack, as an example. Hey, you got your room cleaned up today, bud. That's awesome. Yeah. Great. Hey, mom said that you helped with the girls.
Yep.
Awesome. Great job. You did your 30 minutes of online. He's got like I don't know how to explain it.
Online education.
Online education.
Summer education.
Something. Yeah. Summer thing that she's having him do just to keep the brain flowing.
Yeah.
Hey, you got your online school stuff done.
Yeah.
Awesome. Great job. And then the negative, whatever it may be. Hey, you didn't pick up the shoes like I asked you to twice.
Yeah.
I told you that if you didn't pick them up, you wouldn't be able to have that play date.
And there's so many different, when you look at positive and negative affirmations, there's so many different ways of doing it. I think one that I've always liked is the sandwich approach too, where it's a positive.
Yeah.
What you need done.
Area of opportunity.
Yeah, it's not a negative; it's an area of opportunity.
Yep.
You've heard me say. Yeah. It's so funny that you said that because how often did I say that?
Yeah, all
when
the
we work
time.
together. When you're in an interview, it's what's your positive? What's your negative? I hated that. Mm-hmm. So, what's your areas of opportunity? What are you working on?
Yeah.
So I've always done a positive, right? Your area of opportunity, and then the positive again, right? So hey. You did an excellent job cleaning up the playroom.
Yeah.
I noticed that the living room, though, still needs some picking up. Do you mind taking care of that?
Yeah.
But hey, you did, clean up your bedroom as well. So good job. So you do that sandwich approach.
Oh, man, I like that.
So I've always done that because I hate, for me, in my mind, and this is just maybe being lazy, I guess, I hate doing 3 to 1, right? I get it. I understand. But it's like, sometimes there's not 3 things.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't do shit.
Yeah.
Sorry. Excuse my language, but you didn't make your bed. You didn't pick up your room. You haven't done anything. So me trying to pull like, hey, you tied your shoes today. Good job.
Yeah. Trying to make some stuff up to get the 3.
Correct.
I like that. And I think actually that's more realistic, having 2 positives and a negative.
Yeah. Oh, and even your positive at the end too could be like, hey, if you do this, it could be an expectation too. Hey, let's finish this up, and then now we can go to the park.
Yep.
Or it's something positive. No matter, it doesn't have to be something positive they did. It's something positive in general.
Gosh, so, I really like that.
So it's like, hey, you did a great job cleaning your room. The living room though is not cleaned up. hey, can you please take care of that?
Yeah.
And then we're going to go get some ice cream, or hey, we're going to go to the park, or we need to leave now because you have swim lessons. So let's get that done so we can go to swim lessons.
Yep.
Because swim lessons is a positive.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
So I've always been a sandwich approach guy. I don't know.
Oh man, I like that because I think on occasion it would be hard to get that second or third one.
Well, and sometimes like a second one's sometimes hard too, right?
Yeah.
Hey, you did good. Hey, I noticed that you made your bed, but hey, what's going on with your sink, like your bathroom?
Yep.
It's a mess. So why don't we take care of that? So now we can go enjoy the rest of our day and go to the pool or go do something because we want to get out of the house, don't we?
There's always something to be taken away from our podcast, and you taught me something today.
I think this topic is one that you said it from the very beginning. There's not all the right answers.
No.
There's not one way of parenting, because if there was a manual and one way of parenting, we'd have excellent kids everywhere.
Correct.
But that's not reality.
Correct.
And I look at it, my standpoint is I look at it as we're not setting up good kids, we're setting up good citizens for our country, right?
Yep.
And for our future, whether it be excellent employees, entrepreneurs, you're setting up a person to grow and hopefully grow others. And that's how it is. Because if you influence one person and they influence one person and they influence one person, what you said now has multiplied, right? Yeah. Or what I said to you, and now you go tell someone and you help 5 people, and those 5 people go help 5 people in 3 generations, 4 generations, 5 generations. What have you created?
Gosh, too bad we couldn't make a pyramid scheme out of that.
It'd be very hard.
Wow. Okay. That's awesome.
So
Sandwich.
That's
what we should change the name to. The Sandwich episode.
Yep.
Someone's going to think turkey.
Yep. Or chicken.
Episode
17.
Chicken. Episode 17.
By the way, I have an idea for episode 100.
Okay.
Should we keep it a secret or should I say it?
Yeah, no, keep it a secret.
Okay.
Tell me off air.
Okay. But I think it's going to take some work on my part.
Okay.
But I'm okay with it.
All right.
But I think we're going to do it.
I'm in.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but I'm in.
Okay. Well, I already knew you'd be in. You would laugh.
I'm in.
So.
Well, thank you for having this conversation with me this morning.
Absolutely.
I feel a lot better.
Yeah. Well, I think you're doing the right thing personally, but that's just my personal opinion.
Yeah.
But I think it's 2 things that really make a difference: structure and communication.
Mm-hmm.
Just what it is. It's not rocket science.
If
you don't have to make it complicated.
If you didn't take anything from this episode, take away structure, communication, and sandwich effect. Sandwich theory.
Even if you don't have kids, take that in your personal life. It's the same thing.
Oh God. I mean, I think you and I both know each other very well, and if both myself and you didn't have structure,
oh my God, that'd be a nightmare.
My life
I didn't have structure this weekend.
My life is hectic to begin with. If I were to take the structure out of it, Jesus Christ, I'd be a wreck.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, I'm a wreck with structure.
I was going to say, I had very little structure this weekend.
Well, yeah, you were laid up.
Yeah, and I will tell you, I feel it. I feel like I should have done a lot more than what I did.
Yeah.
But I wasn't allowed to. So.
Nope, you're not.
But,
well,
sorry for the short episode.
Yeah, no, but I appreciate the conversation because I needed to get it off my chest.
Yep. Well, and I think this one we can definitely continue down the road.
Well, there's like 4 or 5 other bullet points I've got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And we have the original episode 94 that we were going to talk about.
Yeah.
So
I just thought this was more important. So I apologize.
Nope.
We'll get back on the flashlight kick 2 episodes from now.
Yep.
Next week, we'll continue the parenting, and then we'll go flashlight.
Yep, I agree.
Okay.
Well, thank you for listening to the Ultimate Buffet Podcast.
My name is Chris.
Oh, and my name is Sean.
There you go.
Oh, wait. No. Thank you.
Structure. Lack of structure.
See, we have to have structure. Remember always to like, follow, and subscribe on all our social media. And a very, very, very special thank you to our Patreon members.
Patreon.
You guys are amazing. Thank you. If you want to become a Patreon member, patreon.com/The Ultimate Buffet Podcast.
Outro.
I guess I should have the music ready.
Oh my God.
See, lack of structure right there. I just hear a baby crying. That's all I hear.
Okay, well, hurry up and press play.
Okay.